Hey everybody, welcome to my live show. Sorry, little bit of a delay here in the production, but we're here. I want to thank everyone for coming on here and checking out some of my art. I want to thank my friends, family, and art collectors for stopping by. Today, I really want to show you a couple pieces of my artwork, a couple different mediums. I have some acrylic. I have some metal prints for you to show. I do offer a lot more, but today I just want to go ahead and show you that. Okay. If anybody has not met me, my name is Greg Wyatt. I'm with Greg Wyatt Nature and Landscape Photography. You know, my goal years back, so I started at 7 years old, fell in love with having the camera in my hand and creating images. Okay. Now as my career has progressed, my main goal is I really want to immerse you into my artwork. And also, there's a lot of people in this world that might not get to these places ever. So I want to bring them to these places and let them enjoy my artwork through my eyes, even though they can't through their eyes. So if you want to grab your favorite beverage, I got my water here ready to go. I'm just going to show you a couple pieces of art. So if you want to grab your beverage of choice and sit back and relax. And that brings me to relax. It is my first image of the day. We have an acrylic print. So these are really super light, easy to hang. So this image was taken on St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands. I just thought it was just a perfect little spot where you can relax. And that's why the image name is Relax. That is Buck Island out there, one of my favorite spots in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Okay, so today, normally this is $199. Today it is $125. And just a reminder, there is one of these in the link. For sale, only one of these guys. So if you want it, grab it because it'll go fast. All right, so I'm going to move on to my next piece here, and this is Nature's Patterns. Nature's Patterns here. Again, this is an 8x12 acrylic print, just like your other one that I just showed you. You know, when I'm out in nature, I'm always looking for curves or patterns like this, with the poles going up and down. Nature has just a lot of beautiful patterns. It has swirls. It just creates its own identity and its own living being, because nature is. So when I'm out there, I'm really always trying to capture what she has to offer and what I can show you. Again, Nature's Patterns. You know, I don't think I introduced you to my office. So my office here, I do have 3 prints of trees. And I think trees really symbolize the power and what people and nature has to endure on a daily basis. I mean, these beautiful trees, what they weather day in and day out, the cold, the warm, the droughts, the fires, everything. But they still stand. They're still strong. Just like we need to be every day. Okay, I'm going to move into my next piece here, and it is Rising Bear. So again, 8x12 acrylic print. Again, $125 for this. This means a lot to me. This was actually one of my first images that I went out and did a backcountry little trip solo. And I was blessed by this lovely sunrise in Grand Teton National Park. And the reason why it's called Rising Bear is, of course, it's a sunrise, and it is Bear Paw Lake. Okay? Again, nice, thin, light, easy to hang. I'm going to move on to my next piece here. This is a lovely shot from Iceland. As I was driving across the country, I saw the sun beaming down, and it was kind of going across the hillside over here. And then once I saw the light go all the way down to the ocean, I decided that was the time. So this huge mountain, and if you look all the way over here, there's a big house. And it just shows you the scale of nature and of Iceland, because Iceland is just unbelievably huge with some really dramatic scenery. Probably the most dramatic scenery I have ever seen in my life. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and move over to the next one. Again, if you guys have any comments, questions about my artwork, how it's put together, you could go ahead and ask a comment in here. I'd be more than happy to answer that. And my next image is a 16 by 20 metal print. Today this image is going for $2.99, regularly $3.99. So again, this is the only print I have of this one for today's sale. I am selling it for $2.99. So this image right here, Lost Lake, this is up and around the Steamboat area. So as a photographer, I kind of know what I want to capture. In here, I wanted to capture really running clouds. So I waited 3 days just to get this. And sometimes as a photographer, we go out to spots and it's just not the right conditions. So we sit and wait for the right conditions and kind of search around other areas, doing scouting for more sunsets and sunrises. But eventually we go back to the spot that we're looking to get that picture that we have in our mind. Okay? Hope you like this image. This is a metal print, so it's really, really super thin, and it comes with a really nice backing on it. Easy to hang. Again, Lost Lake. And my next image, back to my 8 by 12 acrylic prints. Again, $125 for this. Nice, thin, light, easy to hang. This image hiked up with a buddy on the side of a mountain and kind of I did use my 70-200 to zoom in a little bit on this because we were so far away. But this really creates the compression that a big lens helps you create. So here you just have some beautiful mountains with a ton of freezing trees at the bottom there with a nice alpenglow sunset. Okay? Hope you love this image as much as I did taking this image. It was a nice cold evening, but definitely well worth hiking in the cold and creating images in the cold. All right, I'm going to go to my next image, Rocky Sunset. So this image, 8 by 12 acrylic print, this was taken in Joshua Tree National Park. I did grow up in Southern California, so this was an area that I frequent. I just love how the rock in the foreground sets up with a beautiful sunrise and a beautiful, nice little Joshua tree there. So if you like this image, again, there is one of these, and you can go ahead and purchase that in the link in the comments. It is in there in the comments. Okay. Another quick thing about this is when I saw this rock, I thought of Easter. Okay, so that's what was in my mind when I saw this picture that I was going to create. And we're going to go to the next image. It is Moose Morning. This is a big print here. Okay, you ready for this? So I have a 24 by 36 metal print here. This is Moose Morning. Okay, beautiful, easy to hang. Our hanger's already on there, wire's already on there. Just toss it up, really light and nice. So let me explain this image. So this image, I had arrived in Grand Teton National Park at this spot about an hour before sunrise. So I hear some noise. I'm alone in this area. I hear some noise behind me, and I'm kind of like, okay, what is that? So come to find out, it is two moose. Right? So to create this image, it took about 45 minutes to unfold because the moose had walked around, and I was looking at my watch to see what time sunrise was, and I was just hoping one of the moose or both of the moose would come into my frame, and it did about 45 minutes later, and this was the final image of this. So this image, I'm not going to print any more of these because I have another image from this sequence of that morning that is on my website now. So if you like this in the positioning of the moose, I would go ahead and take advantage of this. This is $4.99. If you go to my website, this would be $7.42. So you get a pretty big discount today on this print. Again, Moose Morning. I have Wrigley Field Storm coming up, but I want to see if there's any comments or questions that I can answer. Also tell you a little bit about what I have planned for this year. As some of you know, I am coming off of an ACL replacement. I'm about 3.5 months out. So I'm kind of taking my time to get back out there because the way I am out in the wilderness, I am go, go, go. I'm hiking up mountains, crossing rivers, just going. So I have to make sure my leg is going to be able to handle all that. But I really plan on this next year, 2024, getting out there and working on some astrophotography. I know some of you like it. Hopefully getting down to the beach sometime to create some images of the beautiful water. And of course, randomly, I will be in our local mountains, the Rocky Mountains, shooting beautiful lake sunrises and sunsets. So stick with me here. You can follow me on my Instagram, of course on my Facebook, and follow along on my journey. I'd love to share it with you a little bit more. It'd be a little more personable. I do a lot of live videos when I'm out and about. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go to my Wrigley Field Storm image. So this image right here is probably means so much to me. This image I created when I went on a vacation with my mom, and it's just so powerful. This image has been used for a mural in an architect's office in Chicago. I have sold more images of this than I have any other image. So let me tell you why. Because of karma. Okay. So I'm at the stadium. Some guy drops a $100 bill. I pick it up. I give it back to him. Okay. Hey, he buys me a beer. Perfect. Thank you. About 4 innings later, I'm walking out of the men's restroom, and the guy drops a huge stack of cash. I don't know, a couple $1,000s. So I hand that back to him, and I said, hey, you Chicagoans need to hold on to your money. As soon as that happened, I went upstairs, and I created this image. So I call it karma. Karma kind of paid me back for helping those guys out. Who knows, maybe they needed that money for grocery shopping or to pay the mortgage or whatever. But here it is. Such an awesome picture. And you can see Chicago in the background and the skyline there. Right? Again, nice acrylic, easy to put up on your wall anywhere you want. A little spot at the end of a hallway or something, or in a man cave if you have that significant other or a good friend that just loves Wrigley Field or the Cubs. All right? Now my next image is Sunset Serenity. So this image was created on St. Croix in the Virgin Islands. As you can see, I'm kind of really torn if I love the beach so much or if I love the mountains. I don't know which one. One day it's the beach, next day it's the mountains. So I think I'm really lucky that I have a love for both of them. But this is my Sunset Serenity. Okay? You have a beautiful little setting with a nice boat out there and a little K. That island is a K. Just a beautiful, nice, relaxing sunset in the Caribbean. I mean, pretty perfect, right? So if you like this, again, this is the one I have, $125 today, regularly $199. And moving on to my next image, I have Fall Burst. We have this. So just a real nice walking through the woods, nice sunburst. If you can see, that's one of the images I have up on my wall. It's definitely one of my favorite images. It just, again, just shows power and strength and, you know, just what we need to have and get through this wonderful life and just be powerful and strong. Okay, there you go. Get a nice acrylic. Then we're going to go to Road Trip. It's a beautiful image. Let me show you this guy. So this image is Road Trip. This is a beautiful fall image. Coming right out of Array, Colorado, heading south. As you can see, it is just everything is just on fire. Just so lovely and yellow and bright. So yeah, saw this road, saw the nice curve in that, and just captured this. I usually don't shoot images that are backlit like this, but it just the way it really lit the road up and lit all of the trees up, really thought this was a special image. So this has really easy, nice hanging, comes with the wire and the backing. And today this is $2.99, regularly $3.99. So if you want to take advantage of it, go ahead and grab that today. I'm going to move on to my next image here. And this is Fall Burst. Okay, another image with the sunburst. This was taken in Sequoia National Park, just along a nice fall hike. And those sequoias in person are just so amazing. Okay, they are fantastic. Okay, they are so huge and so powerful. And again, this is another image that I have up on my wall right there. Okay, so it's kind of a special image to me. Again, $125, normally $199. And we're going to go to Breckenridge. So if any of you have skied here in Colorado, you might have been to Breckenridge. So the morning I drove up before sunrise. I had scouted the area before, so I knew where I wanted to park to capture this image. And I wanted to capture sunrise, so I'm standing in the back of my truck. It had just snowed, so there were snowplows on the road. I was in the back of my truck. I didn't have my tent camper on it at that time. So I'm standing in the back, and this snowplow is coming towards me, probably about 20 miles an hour. And it really did not look like he was gonna slow down or even notice me in the street. So I anticipated on jumping off of my truck into a huge snowbank to get out of the way when that snowplow hit my truck. Luckily, it didn't. I think he was just trying to scare me. But after that, I went skiing, but I ended up going back to that spot and creating this beautiful pano of Breckenridge. So this is an 8x30 metal print with a nice hanger on it. I think it fits in a lot of little spots that you really couldn't get a big picture in, kind of maybe above a window or something like that, maybe in the bathroom. So this is my Breckenridge pano, 8x30 metal print. This is $199, and I believe it's over $300 on my website. And I just have a couple more. And again, I really want to thank you for taking the time to hang out with me on your Sunday. I know time is very valuable, so I really appreciate you coming in and hanging out with me for a little bit. And I just have a couple more images. My next one is Watchman's Sunset. So this image here, so I walked down to the river. So this is Watchman's Peak right here with a beautiful sunset. This is a nice long exposure, how you can see the water is flowing really smoothly, and that's because of a long exposure. And it just really captures, and I wanted the water leading into that peak, which I did accomplish. Again, you can see a little bit closer, and that is Watchman Sunset in Zion National Park. If you haven't gone to Zion and done any of the hikes, I highly suggest it. It is pretty amazing. Right? Then we have Glacier Glow. You did see a small image of this, but here is a big image of Glacier Glow. Okay? This is a 24 by 36 metal print. Again, really nice hanger on the back, easy to hang. Don't have to put a lot of hardware in that wall. It's just a stunning image of beautiful mountains. If you love mountains like I do, this is one you should put in your home. It is $4.99 today. Again, this image sells for $7.42 on my website. Well, that about wraps it up, guys and ladies. I really want to thank you again for taking the time. I know Sundays are chore day, just like around my house. So I'm going to be getting on some chores around the house here soon. And again, I want to thank you so much. And again, the link is in the comments if you would like to purchase any of these images. And I will have this available that you can check out at a later date, at a later time if you want to go look at the images again or anything like that. Again, I want to thank you so much. Thank you so much to my current collectors, and hopefully maybe we have another new collector on board today. And thanks again to my friends and family that has tuned in. And thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic Sunday. Enjoy your week coming up.